Hello learners, in the last class I mentioned three major characters of William Shakespeare's drama Hamlet. Today I have included other characters because the discussion of the characters is very important, particularly for the understanding of drama or any other literary piece. Today I'd like to start with Horatio. Horatio is one of the main characters, one of the most important characters, particularly in the play Prince Hamlet. That means Hamlet. Horatio is a character which is important particularly in different matters because this character has made contribution in different capacities in different ways. And if we analyze the character and go to the functions of this character like Horatio, we can understand that Shakespeare has created this character in order to maintain a certain kind of communication with other characters. It is the only character which continues from the beginning of the play and to the end. This is very important. Horatio is the only character I'd like to tell here today that he was present in the battlefield which has taken place between King Hamlet, the King of Denmark, and the King of Norway, Fortinbras, where Fortinbras was defeated and King Hamlet exactly saved Denmark. This is very important. And Horatio came from Wittenberg University to attend the funeral of the former king, King Hamlet, who was killed and assassinated. He came to know that King of Denmark died, and after receiving the news of King Hamlet, he came from Wittenberg University to attend the funeral, and he performed a certain kind of duty there. The name Horatio is very important, as I told you, and etymologically the character is important. The name Horatio, the word Horatio, is derived from Latin language. Horatio, ratio means reason, and orator means speaker. And Horatio has got, and is endowed with two important qualities, that he is a good speaker and he is a man of reason. And the name Horatio, or the use of this character by this name in this drama, Hamlet, I think that it clearly indicates the knowledge of Shakespeare, particularly in Latin language. As I told you, Horatio has got a certain kind of wisdom because of his university education and his practical experience. He is the character who is in a position to give the counseling and exactly to be the friend of any individual. And that is why we see that Horatio has been in capacity of counseling almost every person, every character. And particularly, he was in a position to give the counseling to Queen Gertrude when Gertrude was reluctant to the behavior of Ophelia, the lunatic behavior on the death of her father Paulo Diaz, and the behavior of Hamlet, because Hamlet had fallen in love with Ophelia, and that fallen in love with Ophelia and Ophelia's lunatic attitude exactly created a certain kind of dissatisfaction and reluctance in the mind of Queen Gertrude. And it was Horatio who has come exactly to make the bridge between Ophelia and the queen herself. And the queen ultimately became very satisfied to Ophelia by the counseling of Horatio. Horatio was able to change the mind of Queen Gertrude towards Ophelia. And another thing is that Horatio has a good friendship with Hamlet, and this friendship exactly has been built up during the studentship in Wittenberg University. And in Wittenberg University, Hamlet was familiar with Horatio, not only familiar, the friendship had been developed. And that is why, after the killing or assassination of King Hamlet, when Horatio came from Wittenberg University and started living and giving counseling to Prince Hamlet so that he could continue to pass the crucial moment due to the death of his father, it was Horatio who stood beside him and started giving counseling like a fair friend indeed. And definitely Prince Hamlet was satisfied to see the presence of Horatio in the palace. And you know that Horatio has got a certain kind of principle in his character by his university education, by his experience particularly about the world, what he witnesses. The character of Horatio is the combination of Stoic and modern Protestant attitude and sentiment. And by his university education, he has developed a principle in his character, that is humanity. We have to remember one thing, that Horatio is the believer in theology. He is expert in interpretation of theology, but by his university education in Wittenberg, he exactly has been switched from theology to humanism. And humanism exactly has given a certain kind of sense in him to support the ethics and moral ground, not the evil at all. And that is why the ground of Prince Hamlet, particularly in this drama, we see the ground of ethics and morality. And that is why we see that Horatio has stood beside Prince Hamlet like a true friend. And this character is very important exactly to report the appearance of the ghost. The appearance of the ghost is very important, creating the climax of this drama. Why? I have to explain it very clearly. Because without the appearance of the ghost, nobody can be reported exactly about the real reason behind the screen, the killing of, especially the killing of King Hamlet. King Hamlet had not faced the normal killing. King Hamlet has to face the assassination at the hand of his own brother Claudius and his own wife. Exactly. His own wife also participated in the plot of conspiracy to kill him, and it was reported by the ghost. So the appearance of the ghost was reported by Hamlet. Hamlet for the first time witnessed the appearance of the ghost. The ghost is nothing but the Holy Spirit of the deceased king, King Hamlet. And it was reported to Prince Hamlet by Horatio that there is a ghost. At the very beginning, Prince Hamlet was not mentally prepared to believe in the appearance of ghost. You know that both Horatio and Prince Hamlet were educated in a modern sense. They are in the position to believe in science and technology, not in supernatural matter. But it was Horatio who exactly witnessed the appearance in his own eyes, and that is why it has been reported by him to Prince Hamlet. This report was very important by Horatio to Hamlet, exactly to give a certain kind of belief in the existence of the ghost. You know that the appearance of the ghost, or the use of the supernatural thing like ghost, has indicated one thing, that is, in the medieval period, even in the European society, there was an existence of the sense of ghost. There was an existence having the sense of remaining ghost. That means the belief in supernatural thing had been the common picture and common phenomenon, particularly in European minds also. Last of all, exactly in concluding this character, I'd like to tell that Horatio is the character which continued in the lust scene, up to the lust scene of the play, and he witnessed everything, the murders, killings, retaliating attack, and revenge. Another character is Paulo Diaz. He also played a very important role, particularly in this drama, Hamlet. How? I'd like to explain it. Polonius is the Chamberlain, Lord Chamberlain in the court of Claudius. He is a nobleman, and very important acquaintance about him is he is the father of Ophelia as well as Laertes. And Ophelia, you know that the lover of Hamlet, so he has got a certain kind of importance in this palace. But he is found a strong supporter of Claudius, though he is a nobleman, an aged person, but he does not have any morality and principle at all. And that is why in every step he is found to exactly help Claudius in his evil activities, even the conspiracy which the King Claudius plotted in the characters, particularly against Hamlet. You know that Polonius, though in spite of being a noble man, he has degraded himself to be a spy appointed by Claudius. He was killed by Hamlet when he was spying on Hamlet, when Hamlet was in the private room of his mother, Queen Gertrude. Another character is Ophelia. It is very, very important character, definitely. Ophelia is a very, very beautiful girl. And Hamlet has fallen in love with Ophelia. And their love is it is a very innocent love. Ophelia is a very innocent girl, as I told you, very innocent girl. But thing is that he is obsessed with the love of, or she is obsessed with the love of her father. And when her father Polonius was killed by Hamlet because of being accused for spying, Ophelia became insane. She has lost her mental balance, And particularly the lunatic behavior of Hamlet towards Ophelia has made her mentally imbalanced. And we see that she was dying, being drowned among the garlands while she was singing about the flowers. And she is a very innocent girl, very colorful character. You know that Hamlet's character was being motivated exactly in large scale by the appearance of Ophelia. But tragedy, you know that it is a tragedy. Shakespeare is very much purposeful to create the tragedy, and that is why we see the death of Ophelia. Another character is Laertes. Laertes is the brother of Ophelia, the son of Paulo Diaz. He was in France. And while he came to know the death of his father, he returned to Denmark. He returned to the palace of Denmark, and she took a commitment to take the revenge of the death of his father. He came to know that his father was killed at the hand of Hamlet, and that is why he wanted to kill Hamlet. And he started taking opportunity when the duel fighting was going on by the sword, that he drove the sword towards Hamlet, but Hamlet retrieved it successfully. But it creates an injury in the body of Hamlet. But this sword was poisonous sword, and Hamlet took it and charged by this sword on the body of Laertes, and Laertes dies when the poison was being acted in his body. When he was dying, he was reporting that Hamlet would die very soon, because Hamlet has been injured by the same sword, by the same poison. Dear learners, I have given the three major characters. Now, I'd like to tell about something about the ghost. As you told you earlier, that appearance of ghost is a supernatural existence, and it indicates that European society was also obsessed with the sense of supernatural element, and Shakespeare has taken this chance to use this supernatural element in his famous play, Prince Hamlet. And the appearance of the ghost has been important exactly in this play in different capacities. You know that without the appearance of the ghost, the real cause or the conspiracy behind the screen, which was plotted to kill King Hamlet, could not be revealed without the appearance of ghost. It was the report of the ghost which exactly revealed the fact that King Hamlet did not face normal death, and he died out of conspiracy, while this king, the king of Denmark, King Hamlet, was sleeping in the garden. King Claudius exactly poisoned him in his ear, and by this poisonous action, King died, and it was exactly revealed by the report of the ghost. So the character of ghost has become very important exactly to create a certain kind of climax. The climax is very important element of any drama or any play, and the ghost has created a certain kind of atmosphere to create the climax of this play. Dear learners, I think that you have understood exactly the four characters I have mentioned you. The interpretation of the characters is very important because of the easy comprehension of drama or any other literary piece, as I told you. I think that you will be able to make any sort of question or the functions of the characters which I have interpreted to you in with their actions and capacities. Next class, I'll tell about the summary and subject matter of this play. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Thank you very much.